is UKE TV's Stay Positive with Linda and
Friends.
I'm Linda.
I'm Nadine.
And I'm Luna.
Wonderful. On today's edition, our topic is going to be, what should a gentleman do on the first date? So, Nadine, you talk to me. What should a gentleman do on the first date?
Well, I think that it's a good idea that, well, it just really depends, because some women like to be picked up at their residence, but that's if you know someone for a while and you trust them to come to your home. But other occasions, you might want to meet them out for the first time, right?
I definitely prefer to meet somebody out at like a mutual spot and not have them know where I live, because you don't necessarily.
What are you girls afraid of? You gotta trust somebody.
Yeah. But what if he turned into a stalker and he knows where you live? You know, what if the first date doesn't go well and you want him to lose your number?
Yes.
Really? What if I want to be stalked? Because I've never really been stalked before.
Well, I have, and
I
it's
do
not
like
fun.
stalkers.
So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What happens about stalking? Tell me.
Well, you've got some guys that just don't want to let up, and they will show up at your doorstep unannounced if you're not answering their phone calls and texts.
Really?
You've already given them the message that, hey, I think that the first date's probably going to be the last date, and of course they don't want to hear that. They don't want to take no for an answer. And so,
But if you do have good luck and you meet someone that you like, I would say on the first date, the woman should definitely want to look her best on the first date. Okay. So that means going out, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, picking that perfect little black sexy dress or whatever it is that you feel comfortable in, depending on where he takes you. So then I guess we're going to talk about where a date should be for the first time, correct?
Correct.
What type of date? Well, you're kind of a bourgeois type woman, so I know you like fancy
She
things.
just called me a bourgeois.
You like fancy things, I like the ballpark, for a first
and I like
date.
simple stuff. Like me, I love tea.
Oh,
or maybe I like
talking
to go
about
next to
tea, girl. I'm gonna take a sip.
I like little simple little French coffee shops, a French bistro or something like that, so that I can actually, because when I'm eating, and I'm not talking that much because I enjoy my food. But if I want to get to know a gentleman, then if I'm at someplace small and quiet and where you're not having too much going on, then you could really have that depth in conversation that you kind of lack at dinner. But everyone's different, because some women, they want their free meal at their date.
That's true. I'm multitasking with my computer here while I listen. Free meal. Sounds good. Yeah. Will that be breakfast? Which free meal do I want? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
And that comes back to the not picking up in the house, because some women like to date just to, experience new places and restaurants, and they don't want to see food. Right.
And then as far as like places that I would say not to go to on the first date if you're really trying to get to know someone is a movie.
Yeah.
If you go into a movie, you're in a dark theater, you're quiet, looking at a screen, you can't really talk and you can't really get to know each other. So I say maybe a movie on the second or the third date. Yes. But the first date should be more personal to where you're face to face and you're sitting across the table from each other. There are so many places that you can go to that have like outdoor public areas with fireplaces, and you can have a glass of wine. We're all adults.
My favorite place to meet with a guy on first date, this is going to sound so weird, is at the bookstore. Because
oh my goodness, I love that. I like the library. I once had a guy meet me at the library, and guess what?
There's so much to talk about there.
He chickened out on me when I asked him to meet me at the library, and he agreed to meet me at the library. But funny enough, I showed up with my 2 kids because they had just finished school that afternoon, and I didn't tell him I was coming to the library with my 2 kids. But I was like, what do you want me to do with my 2 kids? He's like, I didn't know you had kids. So he thought he was going to be on a date with just me.
That's a quick way to get rid of
Leading them out.
I did not care.
So now we go into that topic of things that you don't share until you feel comfortable enough. You don't give everything all at once. You give just a little bit at a time. And a woman should always keep some secrets to herself.
Okay, such as.
But I don't think I would take my kids on the first date with you. Well, you don't have any, but if you did, would you take your child or maybe your dog?
See, River, my my Chihuahua is a good judge of character.
Oh, nice.
I love her to meet my dates because she
River is a dog, and River can meet her dates.
Yes.
Okay.
She
She
might
knows.
bark or.
She'll tell me whether someone's worthy or not, and I'm like, look, this is just not gonna work because River is just not feeling you.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
River must be psychic, so.
Yeah, she's a fortune teller. Huh?
Okay, but seriously, if you're gonna go on a first date, don't bring the kids and do not bring a pet, okay? Do not bring your pet dog or pet snake, even if your pet dog is psychic, okay? Or a pet lizard or pet squirrel. Keep the pets at home, please, and keep the kids. Find a babysitter. If not, do not go on a date, okay?
Hey, I've had guys who in the past have asked me, would I go on a date? And I'm like, I would love to go on a date. However, I have children, and if they're still interested, then they want to make it happen, and they'll say, hey, well, how about I pay for your sitter? And I'm like, hey, that sounds like a good plan. We can do that.
Yes.
So I have had that happen, on rare occasions, it can happen. So you never know unless you share.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
if they like you enough, and
I like to put everything on the table at first because I don't like to waste my time.
Okay.
I'm very big on not
Excuse
wasting my time. I put everything on the table right on the first date. And as a matter of fact, many of my first dates, I'm not even dressed up.
Okay.
I look normal. And guess what? If you like me like that, then you're going to love me when I look fantastic.
So no need getting dolled up. That is her advice. So be yourself, show up for the date, and if the gentleman doesn't like you the way you look, well, too bad.
Yeah. And it's just
that's a good
personal
plan.
preference,
That's a
but
good
that's
idea.
what I like to do.
If he can see you on your down day, then he's gonna be thrilled to see
Well, if
you
he's
on
gonna
your
see
up
me with
day.
my 2 to 5 kids, well, and he likes them.
Okay.
Okay,
So do we talk about?
do we put on a lot of makeup or no makeup at all? No makeup at all, okay?
I like makeup to a
I
certain
like
extent.
to do
I'm a
like a new
natural
fresh
girl.
face,
Yes.
where you've got your makeup on, but it's not like bam, So
So
it's
not
like,
the diva makeup, but just a little touch up, right?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, a
and
little pop of color to,
and our lovely camera person, Micah Jackson, right? Lady's daughter, and she is our camera person, and she just thinks that no makeup is okay, right?
Now, if they like you when there's no makeup, then they're probably gonna like you when you do have makeup and you look fantastic.
Alright.
Basically, if they don't like
Okay, how old is she?
She's 11, so
Oh
she
my
doesn't date,
goodness.
so.
So you don't date, but this is your own idea.
Like
You
if
must be
they
on
don't
social
like
media a lot.
you when you're like no makeup, all natural, then they probably won't like you like at home when you're normal, and you invite them to come over. It's just a good idea.
Lydia is very teaching this girl.
She's on my page. She's on my page.
Oh, on your page. You two are on the same page. Okay. Some things a gentleman must not do on the first date. Should a gentleman open the car door for his date
I
Yes.
think, I enjoy that.
and gently shut the door once she sits down, as long as he doesn't get a clip off her dress hanging down?
Because I'm a mix of modern and old-fashioned, and
Okay.
there's just some things that are old-fashioned that I'm always going to bring forward that it's like a must. It's like a must for me,
Okay.
If he's not doing it, then I'm probably like, what time is it? It's time to go. It's late.
And it just depends, because once you do get to know the person and say you've gone on date 4, 5, or 6, and it's a situation where you're pressed for time, you got on your jeans, your t-shirt, you're going to a movie, you're going to a game, and you want to get there, then no, I don't need you to open my door. I can
Yes.
open my door and we can make a dash for it together, and we're laughing and
Definitely
having a good
situation.
time.
Yes.
So it depends on the event and the occasion.
Or if you're hobbling on a crutch or, bump something, that's fine.
Well, and about opening and closing doors. Should the gentleman open the door first, so you sit down, and then he should wait and then close the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what? In one instance, a lady sat down, and the gentleman was waiting for her to just move her legs in, and he shut the door too quickly, and guess what? Part of her skirt was outside, and then he turned around. He didn't even notice, because he was a clumsy gentleman, of course. He went to the side of his own door and started driving. Well, guess what? The dress or the skirt was outside. And then by the time the car started moving, the girl was without a skirt.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea to wait and make sure everything is in the car before you close the door.
Because he started driving and the dress was outside and then it was just dragging all the way and then...
It seems like she needs to learn how to get in the car, because when you get in the car, you pick everything up with you, and you get in and you pick it up.
He didn't give her a chance. He was trying to be too much in a hurry and too fast to be a gentleman.
Would this lady happen to be you? You didn't mean to show so much on the first date.
So my skirt was all the way outside and then he just shut the door and kept moving. And then by the time we went like to the first traffic light, I was like, oh, where's my skirt?
This date is over.
Oh my goodness.
Or is it? Well, now you've seen everything.
No, now that he's seen everything, well, he didn't quite see everything because I was wearing a pair of shorts, okay? Alright. So, should the gentleman take the lady to a fine restaurant or just a regular casual? What kinds of restaurants are we talking about?
I think it depends on the person. Everybody's salaries are different. I don't think it's all about, you can't expect everyone to be able to take a woman out to a fancy restaurant because it just might not be their budget. And everyone, no matter how much money they're making, deserves love and dating in their life. So, Sancho or, Johnny here might only be making minimum wage.
And then for me, I don't agree. If you want to impress me and you want to have a second date, then you need to take me to somewhere very nice or somewhere somewhat impressive. I don't want you taking me, for a Big Mac, or I don't want you taking me for a spaghetti dinner.
How about the Phoenicia?
I want a sit-down restaurant. I want a 3-course meal. I want that glass of wine, and I want ambiance. I want a nice, romantic atmosphere so that I can see this person in this light. Is this somebody that I can be with? Because I'm very good at deciding right away, is this somebody that I might potentially be with?
Yes.
And I mean be with in another way? Or am I not interested at all? And that's kind of helps him a lot.
Yes.
And there's where the age barrier comes in, because I don't agree with that. I have no idea what that either. I'm
You don't?
a park and having a picnic or going to, a little dive restaurant or something, if that's what it, I don't mind. I'm very much about, this is just me. I'm a big, personality and make me laugh kind of girl. And I like nerds.
We all want to laugh.
But
Yes.
I
We all want to
don't
have a
care
good
about the
first meal
rest.
too.
I don't care about the rest.
Personally, I would think like a cafe or somewhere where we can like talk like normally, so then you can start being a lot more normal around me, because that's like the type of person that I want in my life when I get older.
Okay.
And I don't think my preference is gonna change anytime soon. But
A cafe, we're talking about a French
Like-
bistro.
Yeah,
Or-
if it's something nice and
So not-
a
intimate,
nice little normal cake cafe where you can get like
Cake cat.
yes,
Yes.
I don't know, but like somewhere we can get like some tea and some sweets, because I don't want you to take me to a candy store or some place where it's like super romantic, because I'm not that type of person, unlike my mother
Candy so romantic.
or my sister. But I'm like, it's either you take me to like a nice little cute cafe.
So
a
not
little
McDonald's,
picnic.
not. How about the very fancy restaurants, the all-you-can-eat buffet? That's not very fancy, but
No.
it's a lot of.
No buffet, never a
No,
buffet.
never a buffet. That's another.
No.
How about
woman, because it doesn't make us look very good when we're just
eating, gobbling up everything
Yeah, I
at an
eat.
all-you-can-eat cafe?
I eat.
Okay, good.
that's fine,
I will
but
stuff
you
my
won't
face.
eat at a all-you-can-eat buffet.
Because I don't want to be getting up, going back and forth on my first date.
Okay.
And I'm just not comfortable with that. But I will say this, if I do go out to eat on my first date, I will stuff my face in front of my date. I give,
You don't stuff
I don't
your
care.
face, you eat the food.
yeah, I eat.
Yeah, you
I'm
just
saying-
eat, you
I'm
stuff
Stuffing
your
your face
comfortable with
means when you
eating.
eat a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
not,
Okay. an Ethiopian restaurant, the one that's in Tempe is a perfect one. A Thai
The
restaurant.
salt cellar is very nice.
Well, you're giving them free ad. Okay, hello.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's good because she likes it.
If
It's her
you like
favorite place.
Cajun, you know,
Yeah.
the Poconos.
Yes, Cajun, okay. And a few other places. I like Thai food and I like the fancy hoity-toity finishing because we're in Phoenix. So, sounds good. So, and on this note, we shall take a quick short break and don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
Bye.
No, we're not leaving yet.